Hi, good people. It's Amy from Savor Salvage Scent. I am with
Autumn.
And today we are going to talk to the Peanut Gallery, who is Ainsley in our background.
Hi.
We are going to talk about 20 some aquatic scents that we enjoy, and maybe a few that we don't. And we'll just remind ourselves and everyone that fragrance is subjective. We both were discussing that we might not always be attracted as much to aquatic fragrances, so we thought this might be an interesting theme to do today because in spite of that, we enjoy most of these. There's a few that after smelling we have decided we don't love, but for the most part, these are scents that we wear and enjoy, and I know a lot of you are interested in aquatic fragrances as we are this time of year. So, and this is in no particular order, frankly. We've sprayed each of these, but we're gonna kind of smell the scent strips and talk a little bit about what we experience in each of these. We have things from very inexpensive in the $10 to $20 point to more investment scents and everything, a lot of in-betweens. So first is a scent I just talked about recently in a video called Xanadu by the independent house called Sucreabeille. I'm not sure if this is being made at this time. If it isn't, though, if you're not familiar with the house, they bring things in and out of commission. So if you love it, put it on your list, or if you think you might enjoy it, put it on your list. If it's not on sale now, it probably will come back.
Yeah, so this one to me, which is so funny because we're doing aquatic scents, is not aquatic to me at all. And all I'm getting from this is like a waxy, spicy, medicinal scent. So
I get bamboo and water. So I get a little spice now that you say it, though. And it's interesting. Yeah. I mean, one of the things I like about when we do videos together is you get different perspectives.
Yeah.
But it's funny too, because we also inform each other, good or bad, you know, but I think I get what you mean in the spice, but I see this as an aquatic scent. Not everybody may. I often think aquatic and greens smell the same or go together. So I kind of confuse them in my mind too. So that's one idea. The second scent that we're going to talk about from Sucreabeille is called Atlantis. And I think we both agreed that this smells aquatic. I think this smells way aquatic. Ainsley reminded us that Atlantis is about...
It's like this giant, like, fabled city made of, like, precious materials that sunk underwater and nobody could ever find it again.
That.
Okay.
The brains of the operation. So
what I wrote down earlier when I smelled it, sorry, because even now it smells different. I just blew my nose. So I wrote down cooling and menthol, but now I'm still getting the cooling, but I'm not getting as much menthol now. So what do you think?
I get a little menthol for sure, but I get water. I mean, I literally feel like I'm swimming when I wear this. It's not super sweet. It's green, aquatic, and yeah, I get the little bit of mintiness. I get like a mintiness for sure. Those are both, if they're in commission, very affordable, like $50 or under, and the small ones are like 20, 30, I want to say. The next one is one of the most, truly aquatic scents in my collection. And it was one of the first aquatic scents I fell in love with. It is called Sea Salt. It's by Royal Apothic. And this was, I think it's hard to find now, sadly. It's between $40 and $50. I got it for $12 at TJ Maxx. And I remember just being like, I want to buy 100 bottles of it. It smells to me exactly like you were at the ocean. It's got that saltiness, and then you came home and you took a bath and you have a little bit of soap on your skin, but you still have that sea kind of water on your skin too. That is so pleasing to me. It makes me feel like everything's gonna be okay.
And which I get like a freshly cleaned bathroom in the best way, almost like the bathroom was cleaned and then you are experiencing your first shower in the bathroom after it was just cleaned.
Oh, funny.
And you kind of have the steam in the air, but you can still also smell
cool. It's soapy. It does smell soapy for sure. Often when people talk about salt and fragrances, I can't smell it, but I smell the salt in that too. I'm sorry, because I know a few in the beginning here are ones that you might not be able to find today, but I'm going to continue to say I think it's important to talk about those in our collection because we can't afford to just go buy new all the time. So this is not always about influencing people to go out and buy. It's to use what they have and just sharing ideas too. So the next one is by Alkemia. If you're not familiar, they're a small independent house, US, and this is called Crow Moon Alchemy. And one of the cool things that they do is they also every month make a new alchemic scent that if you buy a certain amount, you get kind of thrown into the bag. And so they won't be available after the fact, but at least not that year, but once a year they have a sale, and a lot of those are available. This is Crow Moon Alchemy, and I love this, and I thought of it first thing when we were talking about aquatics. Autumn gets a lot of other things, but it was interesting. No, it's fair. I mean, we all have different noses, but when I gave it to Ainsley to smell, it was crazy how she described the exact very odd notes of the scent, which I think are things like stones, a bird's nest, melting snow. Oh, it was like mud.
So funny, had she been like, I'm getting a hint of bird's nest.
Well, but she got pretty close. She was like stream ground,
I just said pond, tones down pond.
Yeah, and so it's not for everybody, but I think it's so interesting. I get the animalic and the stones.
I don't get open air, so to me, I get a lot of the stones and the wetness, but to me, it's not open air, so it gives more basement to me. Not in a bad way.
Yeah, no, it does smell a little like that's what a basement's made of.
And there's a spiciness and a sweetness to it.
Yeah.
But it's not, some of these aquatic scents are like kind of cooling or more fresh, and to me, it's not like really a fresh scent.
Oh, no.
So it feels more like it's like you're in an enclosed space still experiencing the wetness and the rock and the earth, but it's like enclosed.
Interesting. Yeah, cool. Those are very inexpensive when they have their annual sale. Typically, I want to say between like $10 and $20. The next, I thought it was just interesting for diversity. This is, what is it from NPR where he says, and now something completely different? I forget. This is Skylar's Boardwalk Delight. And what surprised me about the scent, frankly, I bought it because I really love cotton candy scents. And I wanted a diversity of cotton candy scents to try. But I was really surprised when I got it because people talked about how it also at the same time is clean. And I was like, how could that smell good together? And then I got it and I was like, God, that's exactly right. I smell sea air and like a cleanliness in the background. And I've had a few people smell this, two people I know have bought it since I had them smell it. And they both talked about how they got fresh air or seawater as much as they did candy.
But there is a lightness to it. So like, to me, it's not really cotton candy because cotton candy feels like heavier and like overly sweet.
Sugar,
But I think from it being in the open air, it just kind of gives like that light, sweet sugar scent. And so it's like a nice, bright and not heavy sugar. So
which I think is weird. Yeah. Like I would have never think that would work. Something again completely different. This is Guerlain's Apres Londe, After the Rain. I'm gonna have Autumn talk about it first.
I just get Orris.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I get a lot of Orris Iris in this too. It's really like dominant. But
it's like a sweet Orris though. It's like a sweet light Orris, and it's not like a heavy, overly waxy, powdery Orris.
Yeah, it gets a little powdery when it dries down, but I think it's a perfect name for it. I get dewy petals. So like the garden, I get a little bit of ground and green right after it's rained. So I get the dewy, the dew on the iris.
I can agree on that.
Okay, all right, excellent, excellent. The next one is a scent that Autumn turned me on to as a non-typical beachy scent, and I fell in love with it, which I was surprised by because I don't love all beachy scents. They tend to be, and I like some of these things, but they tend to always want to smell just like sunscreen or coconut. Oh my God, this is, say the name of the house.
Loewe?
Paula's Ibiza, and which is like a famed, I think it was like a club there that was as popular as like Studio 54 in a different way, you know? So that's where the rich people went and partied. I get seawater and vacation or cruise scent, but I don't get the typical like tiare flower, really avert sweet suntan lotion. I don't get heavy coconut. Meanwhile, it does have coconut, and I think it has frangipani, but what do you think it smells mostly like?
You know the paths going to the beach where you're kind of, there's like lush greens? To me, it's like walking through a lush green path on a hot summer day to go to the beach. Because you're not, I don't get any of the suntan lotion, anything.
Oh, that's
I'm just
cool.
getting all green, but it does smell like
leading
a
to
hot
water
summer day.
Awesome. Oh, it's so cool. So we both have this in our collection now. The next two scents we're going to talk about are by John Claude Elena for Hermes. This is one of my favorite scents ever for the summer, any time of year. This is Jardin Sur le Nil. This is from this whole series. It's based on gardens in different parts of the world with different elements. And the Nile one is supposed to smell, you know, like water, but it's got these really non-traditional kind of freshy notes. Like I want to say there's carrot. I think there's maybe a little tomato leaf in it. There are some overtly tropical things, but I think you get the water too, and it's just fresh and light and beautiful.
And all I'm getting is aquatic grapefruit.
Oh,
Again,
the grapefruit. That's right. I forgot there's grapefruit.
That's the
in
only
this.
thing I'm picking up. Again, I'm broken right now.
Yeah. Ooh, but you smell. It's so nice. Oh my gosh, I love this whole line.
Yeah, I get the tomato leaf in there. That
Do you?
smells nice.
Yeah, I love tomato leaf and scents. It's so bright. And Autumn brought another one from the series, which is Sur le Toit, which is about a rooftop garden. I can't remember if it's in France or New York City, but it's supposed to have, well, the elements that you smell here, which are, what do you think you mostly get?
I got the apple, white flower, and then again, it's kind of got a watery element, almost like maybe, kind of like, you know how like you go bobbing for apples and the apples are sitting in the thing? Yeah, essentially just a floral and then like a barrel of
I imagine
apples.
like a little fountain in the middle of this little garden, and it's got, you know, apple trees. I think they said there's magnolia in it, which is a nice light white, well, in this case, light white flower.
It's got a green element to it also.
For sure,
though. Yeah.
grass, and I think there's like a grass note. I love it. It smells to me the color of the bottle for sure, but definitely has some water, and it has a watery nature, like a lightness, really beautiful. I love the whole line, honestly. I would love to own them all. So that's a high recommendation from us. The next one is, oh gosh, a beautiful, we're going to talk about a few Jo Malone scents today. This is Waterlily, and Autumn brought this one, and I just continue to say this whole line, the bottles are works of art.
Yeah, so I think what I picked up was normally Waterlily to me is almost like so heady and overpowering. And to me, this is light. It's like a light, fresh water lily.
Agree. It's
Again, because a lot of times, a lot of those like lush, sort of white, beachy flowers kind of give me that feeling in the back of my throat.
Oh,
like, you know what I'm saying? And this one doesn't. It's a light, fresh.
I think often when people make lotus scents, they're real screechy, and I agree. This is so light and beautiful, but never would I get water lily, honestly, from this. I would just think it's a beautiful, aquatic, light, gorgeous scent. And often, honestly, it's kind of what I love about Jo Malone's, a lot of Jo Malone scents. They just smell, who's to say why something smells expensive? That's a whole nother topic, but I think they smell high-end, beautiful. They smell like great compositions, and I can't always pick out the parts. I know a lot of them are like solo notes or whatever, but this one, it just smells fresh and amazing to me. It's beautiful. Highly recommend. The next one is also Jo Malone, which Autumn kindly gifted to me that I'm crazy about. It's one of my favorite scents to wear in the spring and summer. It's called, Sea Daffodil. It's disputed what we think it smells like.
Maybe I'll just smell it again and see.
I definitely think it has like yellow floral narcissus kind of note, but I definitely get an aquatic feel from it. It's so beautiful.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
that's
this.
right. I don't get like any.
You don't get water, do you?
No, but almost, I don't get water, but I almost get suntan lotion.
Oh, interesting.
With it, which would kind of make me evoke the thoughts of water. So something about like the floral in it gives a sun cream to me.
Oh, so
Does
interesting.
that give sun cream to you at all?
Let me see. No, I mean, I think I do a little because you said it, but I don't. This is another one where it's funny because sometimes I think I've developed my nose a lot over, 30 years of being obsessed with perfume, but sometimes I'm like, it just smells so nice, and I definitely get an aquatic feel, but I can't pull much out from this. I just love it.
Yeah, it's got a creaminess to it.
I
think that's why I'm thinking sun cream.
I get you there. I get you.
Yeah.
I think as it dries down, I'm getting more of that for sure. Next is Clean Reserves Rain. I'm really split on this house. Autumn has gifted me with one that I really like. She's had me smell a few, and this is the one that I've had in the banks of my mind because I like it so much. This is the Rain scent. Ugh,
Yeah.
That really does smell like rain to me. I think when I was growing up, there were a lot of rain oils or musks. Some of them smelled like rain, some of them smelled nothing like rain. To me, they smelled clean, you know, but that to me, it really smells like its name.
It's just so light and sweet. And I think if you were to wear it on the skin, I don't know that it would 100% evoke like the feeling of it being aquatic. Because to me, a lot of times I connect aquatic to almost like cologne or like a sharpness. And this is like without the sharpness.
Yeah.
But it still is like wet and aquatic still.
It's so nice.
Sweet.
It really is like, I honestly kind of hate the term clean girl aesthetics because part of me is like, as opposed to what? This is what comes to my mind. I mean, this to me is like epitomizes that. So that was Clean Reserve's Rain. Next is a oldie but a goodie. It is a cute little bottle of Dolce & Gabbana's Light Blue, which we were talking about being like the scent that sailed a million lemon scents. There are some things that are popular for a reason, for good reason. And this is just, I think it's just great. I mean, I smell it a lot in the world, but it's so nice. And I feel like it's also perfectly, I mean, I think any scent is unisex, but I think that's absolutely genderless.
Because it also reminds me of like one of those medicinal splashes. You know what I'm saying? Just
like a 4711 or a, what's it called? Clarence Eau d'Amazon or like
what is it called? Florida Gator water.
Oh yeah, Florida water.
Yeah, it
Florida
reminds
water.
me
Totally.
of that. I think just because it's just like a fresh.
It's citrus. Also,
lemon,
Florida water is super citrus too. Yeah, it's beautiful. So we mostly get lemon.
Yeah.
Really nice, not too sweet lemon. Next is from a really beautiful line, and if any of you own any of these, we'd love to hear from you because we were talking about how we don't think they did very well in the market. But this is one of the new Estee Lauder scents. What is it called?
Radiant Mirage.
I have one from this line that I love a lot, and that's so interesting. She and I are getting different dominant notes. We both love it. I get a lot of incense. I get a little water for sure. I get more desert around water, which makes sense for Mirage. And I get like incense and stuff. What do you get?
Which I actually get the Aquatic from this in the sandalwood.
Interesting.
So, and I can see where you can get like a little bit of incense, but I don't know if I'm feeling incense or if that's just the sandalwood that I'm smelling.
It could be because, you know, there are sandalwood incense too.
Right.
So, oh, it's so nice. But I think what's so cool is when you read some of those notes, you might assume it's going to be really ambery and heavy. And what's so cool about this is I really do think this would be a signature. So, like, I think you could wear this all year. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you're not going to offend anybody by wearing that. You think you would? You think you would? All right. Well, maybe.
I think in a world where most people like gourmands, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, you won't offend us.
Oh, okay.
I think it's beautiful. But I get your point. I'm playing devil's advocate because so many people like sugar and that's it.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like
Sorry,
I would be
I
more
do feel
offended
that way.
by somebody that overdoes it on the sugar as opposed to a scent. To me, this smells like you're just a clean person. You're freshly.
Like almost like your skin, but better.
It's like you used nice soap.
I get what you're saying. This is another clean scent called Aqua Neroli. I get Aqua as it's used in cologne language, but man, I get the Neroli big time, and I love it. I think it's beautiful.
And to me, it's a creamy white floral.
Interesting, yeah. Which Neroli kind of is.
I feel like sometimes though, Neroli has almost like it's just a little bit fresher, like a sharpness to it. And this doesn't have.
You're getting a little more of the orange blossom.
Maybe. Yeah. Because this doesn't have like that cologne type freshness in Neroli that I really like, but yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting because I get that for sure. I think its name is perfect. I would never call it an aquatic scent. So a few of these were just split on, but it's beautiful and I kind of want it now. If I didn't have so many Neroli scents, it's really nice. Next is from a house I've been dying to try, which is Regime de Fleur. Is that Chloe Savigny's house? I'm pretty sure.
I could not tell you.
Okay.
You're way more educated
I
on
love
this.
her.
I just buy stuff.
I love her. I've been dying to try this whole line. Their marketing is beautiful and their scents sound old fashioned. I was like blown away by this one. This is called Falls.
Yeah.
It's funny because this is not a note. I get galbanum, I get black currant, I get green. It smells a lot like Diptyque called Lombardon. Oh, I love it though. But she gets something slightly different. I get a little water too though. I do.
I get the water, but I'm getting it more now that it's sat. But it's straight up fern.
Oh, you get fern. That's right. So cool. We both are like, I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I would
It's
love.
very nice.
Oh, it's so like that to me is signature scent worthy too. It's beautiful. Oh, it's just so good. And it does smell old fashioned. Like, I think it's great. So that's Regime de Fleurs Falls. Autumn was so nice to bring a bunch of her scents over today. I've also wanted to try this scent by Dior for a long time. It's called Lucky. And this is one that I fell in love with. Wow. That is so
You want to dab more?
delicious. I was thinking about it. You want me
Yeah.
to? Okay. It's interesting. When Autumn looked up the notes, it was surprisingly, or maybe they're doing that thing where they just have 3 notes listed. I got fruit, and there's no fruit in it at all. And I forget what you mostly get.
Floral. I don't get any fruit.
That's so interesting. Do you get water?
I do get water, but to me, it's
Oh, it's so pretty.
it's like sweet water floral.
I feel ya. I just get fruit too, but it does have that lightness. Like, I don't know that necessarily if I smelled that on somebody, I'd go water, you know? We were also talking about the irony of this, that water just typically doesn't have a smell. It's all the things you associate or the things that it combines with or whatever.
Or when something is wet, then it
Right,
Yeah.
it brings it out or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I do get like a lightness, but all I know, like a few of these other compositions, is I love this. It makes me feel some kind of way. It's bright, it's beautiful. It's not screechy though. It's gorgeous, and I don't think I have anything exactly like it. It's great. So that was Lucky by Dior. Next, we have 2 more by Jo Malone, because we think she does things beautifully, or her house at least. I don't think it's owned by her anymore. This is Salty Amber. What? Also, does this not get one of the most beautiful bottle awards? We're split on this one.
Yeah. I think this smells medicinal. Yeah, there's a spiciness to it, and it smells medicinal to me in a good way. Like, I'm not saying that, yeah. But I think if I were maybe feeling a bit down, I would almost use this like as an uplifting.
Yeah, like a spa scent kind of thing. Yeah, I feel you on that. The scent's great. Here's why it didn't pull my attention in a big way. It has elements from so many scents I feel like I smelled growing up. And there's scents that I love and own. So like, I smell a little youth doing this. I smell a little obsession in this. I smell a little, what else was I saying earlier?
I think you said opium. Yeah.
Now, it is the modern interpretation of that. It does have a lighter, sparkling nature, but what I get a lot of that I think equates to the medicinal thing is I get patchouli. I think this is a very beautiful patchouli scent you could wear year round. I just have too many things like it, that's all.
Yeah.
But it's super cool. I think it's very cool. It's like, it is a lighter take on amber for sure. Beautiful.
Yeah, I almost get no amber. And again,
oh, it's so interesting.
I'm broken. So,
Meanwhile,
yeah.
but that's, I mean, nobody's right or wrong, what we were saying earlier. Amber is a fantasy note anyways. I mean, amber does not have scent.
Oh,
yeah.
interesting.
No,
I didn't
amber
know
is a
that.
combination of things, and it's an evocation, you know, of how you feel. So I also think it's what, you know, I'm just going to say, I think we call a lot of things ambers that we used to call oriental scents in the past.
Oh, gotcha.
It's really things that we used to smell on trade routes and things like that evoke. So it's often things like resins and patchouli and wood and, you know, things together. Okay, next by Jo Malone this is another favorite for me today. This is the crystal. I think you say Campion.
I said Campion. I mean, again,
it's apparently a little fruit. A little
flower.
Or oh, it's a flower. Oh, I thought it was a berry for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that. Do any of you know what that is, Campion?
I only know because I looked it up. And
I'm curious if anybody. I had just never even heard the term until today. I love this so much. And what does it smell like?
I wrote down sweet and green.
Oh, I like it even more now.
The dry down.
I get like a brightness. You could almost tell me it's lemon is in that, but I think there is red currant or something in it that gives that scent. It smells green, watery. I get a little fruit too, and floral apparently. But this is another one where I'm like, it's just beautiful. Like if somebody was wearing that, would you go, oh, I think you're wearing a certain note?
No, I wouldn't be able to
you
pick it
smell
out.
Great.
You smell nice.
Oh, that smells so good. And I think it would be especially great. I think you could wear this all year, but especially in the warmth, it would be beautiful. So Jo Malone's Crystal Campion. Next is the scent we both not only dislike. I think it's important to say when you don't,
Yeah.
or maybe we leave it there. It's not for us.
I'm just gonna tell you, I hate it.
Yeah, I deplore it. I think it smells like things I can't shake off. And we were talking earlier about how the term scrubber can be very, very dramatic. We're not sure because we like Dossier and we think that Dossier makes great sense a lot of the time. Some of the best dupes.
Yeah.
However, this is called Aquatic Vanilla, and it's supposed to be a dupe of, is it Juliet?
Juliet has a gun, vanilla vibes.
Which a lot of people love. So sorry if we're offending anybody, for real.
So I don't know if this just maybe their dupe is off, or if this is what vanilla vibes smells like. I would like to
I don't
smell
either.
vanilla vibes to
Yeah.
like know for sure.
We just know. We couldn't wait to truly, this is, and Ansley, who is also, I would say, very open-minded, was like, let me give it a try just for, science sake.
Yeah, because I explained that the way it warms up on the skin makes it even worse.
And she also was like, I know. So,
Yeah.
what does it smell like to you?
All right, if I'm being...
Should we say?
So it's aquatic, but then with synthetic...
Oh, is it aquatic too?
Yeah, it
Okay.
is. It is aquatic. And then they've mixed in synthetic vanilla. But then once it warms on the skin, it smells like... I do military funerals, do military funeral honors. But sometimes when I go in mausoleums and they are not kept as airtight as they are supposed to be.
Bodies are supposed to have a sweet scent
And
sometimes when they...
That's what this
yeah.
smells like to me.
Wow.
So there
So
you have it.
for something entirely different, this smells exactly like when I was growing up in the 80s mostly, and I think these still exist. There were generic versions of, if you like Giorgio by Beverly Hills, you might like George. It was just such sometimes, and often we bought them because we were broke, but they were often so bad. And it's sad because they would smell somewhat like the thing, enough that you were like, oh my God, but they were so bad.
Yeah,
And
it'd be like the Davidoff instead of like Cool Waters,
Uh-huh.
Cold River. Like,
totally. This to me smells like what so many, and I'm sorry, I was a young girl once, and I really don't think I'm an ageist. I'm like anti-ageism, but this smells like what a lot of young girls wearing cheap body mists or generic perfumes in the 80s and 90s smell like. And it's like that times 10. It's so synthetic, and it's like the worst version of what they think expensive and sweet smells like. We'll leave it at that.
yeah. So, and
We
I
say-
normally smell perfume for the experience. I may not want to
Yeah,
wear it on my
right,
person,
yeah.
but I love the experience of smelling different smells. That is a smell that I do not even enjoy the experience.
You don't ever want to smell it again.
No.
Agree. Okay. Well, thank goodness we love the last three.
Yeah,
Okay,
we do.
so, this next one, this is one I might have to own. This is Tom Ford's Costa Azzurra. I've always wanted to smell this, and both Autumn and I really tend to like a lot of Tom Ford scents. God, it smells so good.
Like, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's
I love
still
it.
aquatic. It's great. I mean, it has like so many things in it, but it's still, with everything that's in it, it still turns out to be like fresh. I like to wear this with like a white button down, like a crisp white button down. Oh, it's beautiful.
I have never been to this part of the world. I think it's interesting because a lot of aquatic or coastal scents often are all about either, I think, Neroli or water. And what I love about this is, you were talking about, it has a lot to do with like all the surrounding plants, including matchstick. And so I get a lot of like a mentholy kind of cypress, cedary, but you get the lightness of the water too. And it's so wild because I also get a little incense, and maybe it's because of what incense is made from. This just to me is incredible.
I think there might be incense in it.
This is the most, also, I think this is totally genderless. It is just amazing. It's so good. Tom Ford's Costa Azzurra. Next is the oldie but the goodie, Wood Sage and Sea Salt by Jo Malone. This is one of the first scents my sister is absolutely all about Jo Malone. This is one of the first scents my sister bought me, and I love it. I just don't love it as much these days because I wore it like crazy and I smell it a lot in the world. However, we think it's like the quintessential. It's so nice. It's so good. I can't smell this today, weirdly. It's the only one I can't smell.
I can smell it. So to me, this scent, again, it's a very dry scent, but it's
The
still
sage thing is real.
dry and
Yeah.
aquatic. It's almost like sage. It's like driftwood that's like come up on the beach, and it's just dried out driftwood is kind of what I get from this. And I always like to pair this. I very rarely wear it on its own.
Really?
Yep. I always mix it with an orange perfume.
Oh, I bet that's nice.
Yeah.
I bet that's so nice. Like what kind of thing? What comes to your mind? Like what would you combine it with?
I forget the name of it. It's the one that I got from Beauty Pie. It's literally a mandarin perfume, and it's like a straight up orange perfume that I mix with it.
Okay. Beautiful. I get like really nice soap.
Yeah.
But I think again it's like one of the best in its class. And then this last one, tell the people how you feel about it. This is what?
I have gone through at least 10 bottles of this. So it's the Acqua di Gioia. I think this is the best aquatic that has ever existed because it's sweet, it's aquatic without being sharp. It's got mint, brown sugar.
People, I was saying this is my narrative, but people I think tend to be really split around this fragrance. And I don't understand because this is one to me that I'm like, how could someone not think this doesn't smell marvelous? It just smells so good, clean. Like you said, a little sweetness, but not gacky. It kind of balances it and it just smells, this to me just smells so good. And I can't believe I don't own it. I think it's one of the best designer scents that has ever been made. Honestly, I think it's so good.
And this is what I always wear in military uniform.
Oh,
because
cool.
I feel like it's weird when women in uniform like wear gourmands or wear like something too incensey. I still want to smell nice. And also since I'm doing funerals a lot of time, and you know, I want to smell nice, but I don't want to be walking by somebody and then be like, what's her perfume? Because I don't want it to be about that. And so this is just a normal,
it's
like everyday,
so beautiful.
fresh fragrance.
And I can't remember the name of it. I was saying I smelled one in this line that has an almond note too. That's really beautiful. I think it's just they're really nice scents.
You know, I didn't like any of the other fragrances because there was there was like was a Terra, and then there was
the Terra. It's the earthy one that I like. Yeah.
And there was another, the Ocean de Gioia. I think it had freesia in it.
I hate freesia in scent. Yeah, I feel you. That's, to me, again, it's all subjective, but freesia is one of the screechiest interpretations of perfume in my mind. I love this. I can't believe I don't own a bottle of it. It's perfect. And I get that you've gone through so many. I mean, for you as a perfume lover to have gone through that many bottles says a lot about a scent. Yeah, it's so good. So maybe it would be helpful to folks if we talked about what our top 5 were.
So I am going to pick one of Amy's. She says I never pick hers. But it's okay. I would pick the Boardwalk Delight.
She's way pickier than I am.
Because it's such a nice light sugar without being overly sweet. Like you just smell, it's nice. So I like that one.
Who suggested 5? How am I going to do 5? I don't know. Gosh darn
it. And then obviously this one, because I've gone through so many.
Like you can't live with that one.
I've gone through a couple of wood, sage, and sea salt.
Wow, okay.
I wear this one pretty often.
So good.
So, and just this to me is just like crisp. And it's got like everything in it. And it's complex without feeling like too much. Like it's great. And then 5 I think would be the Crystal Campion.
That's so interesting.
Because she's sweet. She's not too much. Like
now I'm like, who said 5? I don't know how I'm gonna do this because honestly, they're just some I don't know what I'm gonna do because I love so many of these. Okay, so based on where, I mean, I have to do this because this is my second bottle and this is the Royal Apothic Sea Salt. I just love the thing. Darn it. Honestly, I feel like I need to choose this even though I don't own it because I'm just crazy about it. And I think it's such a unique interpretation on an aquatic scent. Oh boy, this is hard. I kind of want to select a lot of yours again. And this is why this person gives me perfumes and I buy things that she likes too because you have good taste. I honestly feel like I can't live without this because it's just a quintessential warm weather scent. This is Sur le Nil. So good. That's 3. I think I have to go with Apres Lauder because it's just, this is Guerlain's DNA and I'm just loving Iris more and more lately. The cleanliness of it, and I do think it's just, anyways, it's got a beautiful story. That was 4, right? I love a few equally. I love the Skylar Boardwalk Delight like you do. I think it's such a great interpretation on sweet. And I'm almost sick of sweet and it's still that good. I love it. But there are a few newbies today that I just have to speak that I might need.
Actually, I think that's only 4. You've chosen 4. Choose one.
I feel like it would be between the Jo Malone that you love, the Campion one. I love that. I think it's so nice. But I also love Lucky and the Regime de Flores too. The good news is I just think we have, honestly, these are beautiful, and I'm not going to give us the credit. The other people made these. They're so nice though. And I honestly, if you would have asked me even a few years ago, do you like aquatic scents? I would have been like, not most of the time. Because I feel like a lot of interpretations of aquatic scents often have that drier sheet feel that I just cannot stand. This is such an interesting diversity of aquatic scents, and I think, anyways, there's a lot of nice choices out there. So, would love to hear from you. Do you like aquatic scents? What is your favorite, or maybe even top 3 if you feel like putting them in the notes field? We'd love to hear from you because we find this to be a tougher niche or type of scent. Would love to know what you're wearing. And is there one that we left out that you just cannot believe? All right, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.